The bath helped. Anyway, I'll tell you one more story that happened. This was in the 60s. I was in high school. I think I was a sophomore at that time. Anyway, we had this trip to go down to the Rose Bowl parade. And it was going up to some camp resort up there, Big Bear. And we were there on a Christian thing and going out during the Rose Bowl parade, hanging out these tracks. Well, they took off and left me there. I'm down there after the Rose Bowl parade. I don't have money. I don't have anything. And so I'm wandering around, and I'm in this neighborhood, and this gentleman comes out, African-American gentleman comes out, and he goes, "Girl, what are you doing here?" I told him what happened. He goes, "This is dangerous to be. Don't you know it's dangerous to be here?" I go, "Why?" I don't. And I'm sure he's thinking, what a dumbass white girl. Because he was very nice. Anyway, he got his car and he took me up to Big Bear and dropped me off up there. But he was, "What are you doing in this neighborhood?" And then, I'm like, well, I don't see anything wrong with anybody. I don't, he said, I'm sure he's thinking, what a dumbass white girl you are. Because again, this was in 60s. So that would have been like 67. Yeah, in 67 or so. Yeah. But like I said, everybody that I've met's been wonderful. B.B. King, that's the name but he was very down to earth. We sat there in his living room and he's playing some blues and stuff. And yeah, nice guy. Just like I said, very down to earth. And the guy that was wandering around in the neighborhood, He was quite a gentleman as well, and he took me up there and made sure I got there okay. So, I don't have anything bad to say. I mean, I've had all kind of strange, crazy adventures. I hitchhiked with a Native American to Mexico. And what happened on that trip, we stayed on the reservation one night and was sleeping up on the top of this hill. And these Native American guys come up with knives and everything. And, they saw he was Native American and everything. So they were fine and, went down and stayed over by the place there. And then took off again. Get in Mexico, and this Mexican guy picks us up. Those two decided it was a good idea to stop at a bar. They came out drunker than skunks. And I said, I'll drive. And they, no, you're not going to drive. Okay? So we all parted ways. The Indian went this way. I went down this way. The Mexican guy got in his car and went the wrong way on the freeway. I'm sure he must have got killed himself and killed somebody else in the process. So I'm still going, and I go down to, what's the name of that town? Ensenada. It was in Ensenada. Okay? So I get to Ensenada. And I go in to have a dinner. I go into this restaurant, and this Mexican policeman comes up to me and goes, "What are you doing here?" I said, "Well, obviously I'm having dinner." And what are you going to pay with? Well, my money, you know. And he goes, you got to come with me. And he arrested me. Threw me in jail. So I'm in a Mexican jail in Ensenada, and they have no bed. You know, there, what you have in a Mexican jail is a piece of cardboard, was what it was. And they would bring you some coffee in an old can, you know, an old can that they had. That was your coffee with a little sugar in it. That's it. And yeah, so I'm in there, and I had met one kid, one Mexican kid. He was really sweet, and he found out that I was in the jail, and him and his mother saw, and they brought me some little things to eat. I forget was it oranges, and he brought me a coat so I could cover myself with, and you know, lay down, because they didn't give you blankets, they give you nothing. So anyway, I'm in this jail. I'm there 3 days and 3 nights, very prophetic. And you know, I'm sitting there and contemplating it, and I go, okay, I get it. I'm off my path. Okay, I get it. I need to get back on my path, my spiritual path. Well, right after that, this guy comes back and he goes, what are you in here for? And I said, you tell me and we'll both know. I had no charges. Nobody knew why I was there. So they released me from the jail, and one of the policemen takes me up to the bus and says, go out of here and don't come back. I have had a crazy life, okay? But that was a good one, you know. Why am I there? And I'm thinking, oh, okay, I get it. I'm off my path. I need to get back to the spiritual path. And right after that, I'm released. And again, nobody had any clue. There were no charges. There was, you know, no reason for me to be there. But this is what the universe can do. So, yeah. But that's some more of my crazy stories in my life that have happened. Yeah, I've had a lot of them. I've had adventures in Hawaii when I lived there as well. Crazy, crazy things. Yeah. So on that note, I'll leave that here for now. And I'll see you online.